a massive interstellar council chamber, bigger than a city. Hundreds of alien races are present. Each race is powerful, ancient, and dangerous. Humans are new, weak, watched, judged. The main character, Elias Carter, is a low-rank human logistics officer. He is not a hero, not a soldier, just someone sent to deliver data pads. Elias enters late. All seats are almost full. Guards stare at him, aliens whisper. He feels something is wrong, but does not know why. He finds an empty seat and sits down quietly. The room goes silent. A cold fear spreads through him. He slowly realizes the seat belongs to Queen Valeth, ruler of the most feared empire in the galaxy. She is known as the Star Widow. Entire species fear her. Elias tries to stand up. The Queen suddenly takes his hand. Her grip is calm, strong. She leans close and whispers, "Don't get up, stay here." Welcome to my channel Sci-Fi Love Story. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. The hall was too big for silence. That was the first thing Elias Carter felt when he stepped inside. The ceiling rose so high it faded into darkness. Long beams of white light cut through the air like frozen lightning. The floor was smooth black stone, polished so clean it reflected the stars shone on massive holographic walls. This was the Galactic Council Chamber. The place where wars were stopped. The place where worlds were judged. The place where humanity did not belong. Elias stood near the entrance holding a thin data case in both hands. His uniform was clean but plain. No medals, no rank marks worth noticing, just a small blue symbol on his chest, the mark of Earth. Around him, the chamber was already full. Thousands of seats curved in a wide circle. Each seat was different. Some were made of glowing crystal, others floated in the air. Some were surrounded by water, mist, or fire contained by invisible fields. The beings sitting there were not human. Tall ones with silver skin and burning eyes. Short ones wrapped in machines that breathed for them. Creatures made of light, stone, or moving shadows. They talked quietly, not with voices but with clicks, waves, colors, and signals that filled the air with soft hums. Elias swallowed. Every step he took echoed louder than it should have. He was not supposed to be here this late. His job was simple: deliver updated supply data to the human delegation table, leave quietly, no speaking, no mistakes. That was the rule humans followed in places like this. Do not be noticed. As he walked forward, he felt eyes turned toward him, not friendly eyes, not curious ones. Measured eyes. Judging eyes. Some of the aliens stopped talking. Others leaned slightly away as he passed, as if he carried something dangerous. Elias kept his head down. Just deliver the case, he told himself. Then leave. But when he reached the human section, his chest tightened. The seats were full. Every human delegate was already seated. Ambassadors, military observers, political aides, no space left. Elias hesitated. A cold weight settled in his stomach. He looked around, hoping to see an empty standing area or a guard who could direct him. But the guards stood far away, tall and armored, their weapons silent but ready. Then he saw it. One empty seat. It stood alone between two massive thrones. One belonged to a reptilian warlord species, the other. Elias did not look at the other throne. Everyone knew who sat there. The Queen, ruler of the Valerian Star Dominion. She was known across the galaxy by many names. The Star Widow, the Silent Blade, the End of Crowns. Entire civilizations had surrendered at the sound of her fleet entering their systems. And the seat beside hers was empty. Elias felt his heart beat faster. No, not that one. But there were no other options. The session had already begun. Entering late was bad enough. Standing in the open would draw more attention. Slowly, carefully, Elias walked toward the empty seat. The closer he got, the quieter the chamber became. The hums faded. The lights dimmed slightly, adjusting to a shift in attention. Elias felt sweat form on his neck. He reached the seat. It looked simple, dark metal, smooth, cold. Still not thinking, still focused only on disappearing as fast as possible, Elias sat down. The moment he did, the chamber fell completely silent. Not a single sound. No hums, no clicks, no whispers. Elias felt it before he understood it. Something was wrong. Very wrong. He lifted his eyes. Every being in the council chamber was staring at him. Some looked shocked. Some looked angry. Some looked afraid. The reptilian warlord beside him slowly turned its massive head. Its eyes narrowed. A low growl escaped its throat. Elias' breath caught. Then he felt it. A presence. Cold, heavy, calm. He turned his head slowly to the other side. The queen sat there. She was taller than a human, but not by much. Her skin was pale silver, smooth like polished stone. Her long, dark robes flowed like liquid shadow, threaded with faint starlight. Her eyes were deep violet, ancient and sharp. She looked at Elias. Not with anger, not with surprise, but with focus. Elias' hands began to shake. He started. He tried to stand. Before he could move, a hand closed around his. Her hand. Cool, firm, steady. The queen leaned closer. Her voice was soft, almost gentle. "Don't get up," she said. The words were spoken in perfect human English. "Stay here." Elias froze. His heart hammered so loudly, he was sure everyone could hear it. Around the chamber, guards moved. Weapons powered on with low, dangerous sounds. Energy fields shimmered into place. Several alien rulers rose halfway from their seats, alarm flashing through their forms. The reptilian warlord hissed loudly. "This seat is forbidden," it snarled. The queen did not look away from Elias. Her grip did not loosen. "Be silent," she said. The words were not loud, but they carried. The chamber obeyed. Guards froze mid-step, weapons lowered. Even the warlord slowly sat back down, its eyes burning with rage but its body still. Elias felt dizzy. He was touching the most feared ruler in the galaxy. And she was holding him. "You are human," the queen said quietly. "Yes," Elias whispered. His throat felt dry. "I'm sorry, I didn't know." "I know," she replied. Her thumb moved slightly, pressing against his hand. A strange calm spread through his chest. "You came here to deliver information," she said. "Yes." "You did not come seeking attention." "No." "Good." She leaned back slightly, but did not let go. "Then you are exactly where you need to be." Murmurs rippled through the chamber again, louder this time. Elias felt thousands of eyes burn into him. The council moderator, a floating being of light and sound, pulsed nervously. "Queen Valeth," it said carefully, "this human's presence is invited." The queen interrupted. The moderator hesitated. "By whom?" it asked. The queen finally released Elias' hand and folded her own calmly in her lap. "By me." The words settled like a weapon, laid gently on a table. No one argued. Elias sat frozen, unsure if he should breathe. The queen turned to him again. "What is your name?" she asked. "Elias Carter," he said. "Do you have family?" Elias Carter. "Yes," he answered, confused, "on Earth." "Do you miss them?" "Yes." She nodded slowly. "So do I," she said. Elias blinked. Before he could ask what she meant, the council session resumed. But everything had changed. As speakers addressed the chamber, the Queen occasionally asked Elia's quiet questions. About Earth skis. About human music. About what humans did when afraid. Each question felt simple. Each one felt heavy. Elias answered honestly. He noticed something strange. Whenever the Queen spoke to him, her voice softened. Whenever she looked at the council, her eyes hardened like steel. Hours passed. Finally, the lights dimmed further. The moderator's tone shifted. "We now address the matter of system losses," it announced. Holograms flared to life. Star systems appeared, then vanished. Whole regions of space were marked black. A chill ran through Elias. "These worlds are gone," the moderator said. "No survivors, no signals, no debris." The chamber filled with tension. "This force does not conquer," the moderator continued. "It erases." The Queen's hand returned to Elias. This time it trembled. "For centuries," she said, standing slowly, "we believed ourselves eternal." She looked around the chamber. "We were wrong." Her eyes returned to Elias. "This force has been here before," she said. "It has touched your world." The room erupted. Shouts, signals, outrage. Elias' breath caught. The Queen raised her hand. Silence fell once more. "Humanity survived," she said. Elias felt the weight of every gaze turned fully onto him. "And now," the Queen finished, "we will learn how." The lights cut suddenly. Stars filled the chamber. And Elias Carter understood one terrible truth. Humanity was no longer invisible. The stars slowly faded from the chamber walls. Light returned, soft and pale, washing over the faces of the council. No one spoke. No one moved. The silence felt heavier than before, as if the galaxy itself was holding its breath. Elias Carter remained seated beside Queen Valeth. His heart still raced, but his fear had changed. It was no longer sharp. It was deep, heavy. The kind of fear that comes when you realize something important has already begun and there is no turning back. The Queen stood, her long robes brushing the floor like flowing shadow. She did not release Elias' hand. "Remain seated," she said calmly, though her voice carried across the chamber. "What will be spoken now is not for ceremony, it is for survival." The council moderator hovered closer, its light flickering with unease. "Queen Valeth," it said, "you claim the humans encountered this force before. Our records show no such." "Our records are incomplete," the Queen replied. She finally let go of Elias' hand and stepped forward. "When the force came the first time," she said, "it did not arrive with fleets or weapons. It arrived as silence." The holograms returned. Ancient star maps appeared, old and faded. "Worlds went dark," she continued. "One by one, no warning, no battle, only absence." The images shifted. A small blue planet appeared. "Earth." Murmurs rippled through the chamber. "The force reached this world," the Queen said. "It studied it, touched it, and then it left." Elias felt a tight knot form in his chest. "Why?" demanded one of the council rulers. "Why would it spare a primitive species?" The Queen turned slowly. "Because it failed." The word echoed. Elias stood without realizing it. The Queen looked back at him. "Sit," she said gently. He obeyed. "When the force touched humanity," she continued, "it expected fear, collapse, submission." Her eyes softened. But humans did not respond as expected. The hologram shifted again. Images of Earth history appeared. Wars, disasters, floods, fire. Elias recognized them. Plagues, world wars, collapsing cities. "Your world broke again and again," the Queen said, "and every time your people stood back up." The chamber watched in silence. Humanity does not surrender to inevitability, she said. It argues with it. A strange sound passed through the chamber, not laughter, not anger. Unease. The Force could not predict you, she continued. It could not feed on you. Elias felt heat rise behind his eyes. We are not strong, he said suddenly. The chamber turned to him. We are scared, Elias continued, all the time. The Queen smiled slightly. That, she said, is why you endure. She faced the council once more. The Force feeds on certainty, she said, on order, on control. Her voice hardened. Humanity thrives in chaos. The chamber erupted. Arguments broke out across every channel, lights flashed, voices overlapped. Elias felt overwhelmed. Then the Queen raised her hand. Silence returned. I chose Elias Carter, she said, not because he is powerful. She looked at him. But because he is ordinary. Elias swallowed. He did not seek this seat, she continued. He did not demand attention. He did not carry a weapon. She paused. And yet, when placed beside me, he stayed. Her voice softened. I took his hand, she said, because my people are dying. Gasps spread through the chamber. My empire is strong, she said, but strength means nothing when faced with erasure. She turned back to Elias. I asked you to stay, she said quietly, because I needed to remember how. Elias felt something break inside him. The Queen stepped closer. Human, she said, will your people stand with us? Elias took a slow breath. He thought of Earth. Of crowded cities, quiet nights, arguments, laughter, fear. Yes, he said, we will. The Queen closed her eyes for a brief moment. Then she straightened. Then let it be recorded, she said. Humanity will not be observers. The moderator hesitated. Do you understand what this means? It asked Elias. Your species will be targeted. Elias nodded. We already were, he said. A deep vibration shook the chamber. Warning lights flared. A guard spoke urgently. The Force has entered council space. The hologram shifted. A void opened near the star maps, not darkness, absence. Stars vanished as it moved. Panic surged. Fleets began preparing to flee. The Queen remained still. Elias stood beside her. People are leaving, he said quietly. They always do, she replied. She turned to him. Will humans run? Elias shook his head. No, he said, we stay. The Queen raised her voice. Then stand with me. Together they stepped forward. Elias activated his communicator. A message went out. To Earth. Simple, clear. We need everyone. The response came almost instantly. Not fear. Not questions. Only one message, repeated across channels. We're here. Human ships began to arrive. Not elegant, not massive. But many. Civilian ships, research vessels, old warframes pulled from storage. Engineers, doctors, volunteers. The council watched in stunned silence. They are unprepared, someone whispered. Elias heard it. We always are, he replied, and we still show up. The void moved closer. The Queen placed her hand on Elias' shoulder. Whatever happens, she said, history will remember this moment. Elias looked at the stars disappearing. History is written by survivors, he said. Human ships formed lines. Not perfect. Not clean. But solid. The Queen lifted her chin. For the first time, she said, the galaxy does not face extinction alone. Elias felt fear. But he did not move. The void paused. As if watching. As if confused. The narrator's voice would later say this. That was the moment the galaxy learned the truth. Humanity does not conquer. Humanity does not rule. Humanity stays. End.